Hey, Dr. Steve Chi here, integrative East-West physician, here to talk about all things related to somatic IFS and spirituality. In my work with helping people embody more self-energy, or as I like to call it, embodying the spiritual heart, there is really one important sign that signals to me that we are moving towards embodying self-energy, and it's softening in the chest, softening at the shoulders, softening in the belly. And I've seen this so many times where people's systems are so wanting change and they kind of poo poo this, like, that's it. And yeah, it's not the sexiest, not the most magical, not the most mystical experience in the world. It's very subtle, but really super significant. And I'm here to give some important context in this process. I like to look at this metaphorically. And to me, softening is really like tilling the soil or breaking up the soil. The soil needs to be fertile before the tender seedlings can grow and emerge, before they can ultimately mature, grow, and ultimately bloom and blossom. And so, yes, seedlings are an analogy for our parts. And as I've mentioned before in my Where Does Self Energy Come From video, self energy is emerging through our relationship with our parts. So, through the process of parts revealing themselves, growing and maturing with authenticity as they show and reveal themselves, self energy is revealing. But this step of softening is really preparing our system. It's a tilling of the soil of our system, and it cannot be bypassed. Otherwise, the soil isn't going to be good for our parts to grow and to express. Again, seemingly not super significant to the process, but let's look at this more closely. So just like plants, if they're going to take the huge step from seed to seedling, this is a super treacherous process, right? If it doesn't feel safe, then naturally the system's going to contract and protect, and it's going to be difficult to embody more self energy. But if it can make it, if it can continue to develop, there can be this tender sweetness. There could be the significance of a budding relationship starting to take hold in the system. And to me, that begins with softening and that can open up into more from there. So it's important to recognize this step. And if you found this useful and helpful, please feel free to comment, like, or subscribe.